Welcome, and thank you for choosing FluentStream. This video will dive into FluentStream's features and functionality related to business texting. We'll review the native integrated texting solution in our mobile application, and then explore how businesses can automate workflows via the advanced FluentStream Messenger. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm excited to highlight FluentStream's specific solutions and how these tools in action can work for all of you on the call. Now, I'm confident everyone on the call is familiar with a traditional individualized texting application. I'm sure we all have personal cell phones. And while FluentStream, of course, integrates that core texting functionality, we have solutions that go beyond the standard one-on-one texting to help automate your workflows. This includes being able to access your messages in multiple channels. So whether you want to use a mobile application or manage your conversations in a web browser or an integrated desktop application, you can create the flow that works best for you. The types of media that you can include is expanded in our FluentStream Messenger application with the ability to include multimedia files such as photos, videos, and even attachments like PDFs. Keep one-on-one texting or even set up group texting for your business number, which is a great way to keep clients in the loop on projects that may have multiple contacts. And if you prefer to manage communication out of a single company number, we have solutions for a shared inbox to ensure visibility of those communications across all of your team members. So as we dive into that advanced FluentStream Messenger, one of the major highlights is the ability to send out bulk messages. Whether you're a doctor's office wishing to notify your entire business base of an upcoming office closure, or maybe a school district looking to notify staff and the surrounding community of delays, you can leverage FluentStream Messenger's blast functionality to reach a wide audience in one message while still actually being able to personalize that message based on contact information. Now, you can take that automation even a step further as new contacts come into your book of business through what's known as drip campaigns. So, let's say you're a managed service provider that has clients onboarding all throughout the year. You can leverage campaigns to pre schedule a customer journey check in. As clients get added to your book, you could send out messages based on their start date. So maybe you send a welcome message on day 1, you send a PDF resource packet on day 30, and then you send a link to a client engagement survey on day 90 from their start. All of that pre scheduled at the beginning of them becoming a client. Now, you can also embed a suite of efficiency tools into any of these messages. So, for messages that you're sending frequently to multiple contacts, you can save a template known as a canned response. You don't have to worry about updating that template for client identifying information every time you just want to send it, because the system also allows you to automatically pull in client details from the contact info you have saved in a process we call merge fields. So perhaps you simply need a singular sentence or a signature included on every single message you send, even though that message is changing. You can do this by customizing a footnote that you can include on each of those messages. Now, you can also manage all of those replies and messages using an away message. So if you want to use our texting platform solely for outbound messages and not have to monitor inbound messages, you can have an auto reply that informs anybody texting you that the inbox is not monitored and then provide directions on who or how they should contact you instead. So, and if you do want to actually monitor that inbox, you can streamline replies by using our keyword detection and auto replies. Designate specific words to trigger an automated response. Stop can opt clients out of receiving text altogether. Help can ensure an immediate text is sent with different support options. Or change can be used for clients to be automatically sent a link to your scheduling tool to be able to update an upcoming appointment. The possibilities are going to be endless for you. Now, I could talk about these features for hours, but it's important that you actually get to see them in action. So we'll now switch the screen as I dive into a live demonstration here. So if you're anything like me, managing multiple tasks at once, doing juggling a lot at one time, sometimes stopping your groove to make a call for a quick follow-up or just sending a note is not going to be the most effective use of your time. Instead, FluentStream makes it easy for me to quickly engage an individual in the same application I already know and love that I'm making and receiving calls on. So as I open an instance of FluentStream Softphone or the mobile application as I'm sharing on the screen here, I can simply navigate to the SMS tab to either initiate a new conversation or reply to an existing thread. FluentStream will ensure any internal colleague will already be accessible in your contacts and also provide an easy way to add any external contacts for you to be able to manage. We pride ourselves on the ease of use of all of our apps. So as an example, I could click on a contact here that I wish to engage, select the little chat icon to start a message, enter my message, hit the send button, and I've quickly sent my note to the individual. Now I can ensure that that message sent successfully and also view all of my conversations back in that SMS tab. As I look to be more efficient with how I communicate with clients and partners at scale, I then want to leverage our FluentStream Messenger application. So also available via a web browser or mobile application, FluentStream Messenger will provide the option to manage a singular direct dial or allow you to switch between a co-managed company line. Our product often offer portals like the one you see on the screen that make it easy to navigate and discover all the functionality we offer. So as I first look to manage contacts that I wish to speak with, I can easily hop into this contacts tab in the left-hand pane and see all of my existing contacts. I can import a list of new contacts from a CSV file, or I can simply add a contact on the fly, clicking that new contact button. For existing contacts, I can quickly search for an individual, and when I select them, I can view all of their information in the key field information that I either want to edit or update. This will be important as I look to automate my flows later on. And while individual contacts are pretty standard across most messaging platforms, FluentStream allows you to manage the lists and easily bucket your clients, internal employees, or even different campaigns so that you can slice and dice your communication strategy as you see fit. So once all my contacts have been added in appropriately and bucketed into those lists that I desire, I can now initiate or view a previous message in my Conversations tab. Whether I need to click a new conversation button or just start via a thread that already exists, I'm going to be able to see all of my existing conversations that are either active or have been archived. The Messenger app then provides various options to ensure efficiency with my messaging. So let's say I'm a receptionist at a doctor's office and I need to communicate with a client that they have an upcoming appointment. I can certainly go and find that contact, manually type in the information about the date and time of their appointment, and then apply any necessary attachments or forms they need to fill out. This can be done via the paperclip icon where I can attach different media files. I can also insert the standard emojis and little characters that we all know and love. But taking it a step further, I want to streamline that workflow through a series of templates that exist that I previously mentioned. So by clicking on the double reply icon, this is going to launch my canned responses. Here I can choose from a list of templates to apply. So while I'm using the doctor's office as my example, you can see from the list of templates I've included that this automation is now available across all firm sizes and industries. So it's not just big companies that have the ability to automate text messages. FluentStream has opened up an automation solution for all businesses. So here I'll go ahead and choose the template that is set up specific for an upcoming appointment. And you'll see that it automatically applies into the chat window. I've embedded our merge fields such that when the template is sent, I don't have to manually update client name, in this case, the date of the appointment, because I've embedded that in the contact information that we reviewed in contacts. I can also add in a signature if there is a disclosure or if I wanted just my own personal signature added to every message that I'm sending. So in this case, I'm going to actually choose to include a disclosure that they can reply stop if they no longer want to receive my messages. Once I hit send, you'll see that the message was successfully delivered and the merge fields successfully updated to be the contact name as well as the appointment information. Now, you'll notice in this script here that I've actually included a keyword that they can reply change. So the template, if I go back into our canned responses, is actually run off of one of those keywords, where if they reply change, a automatic second message is going to be sent that provides them information on how to change their appointment. So I'll quickly send one through here. And in this case, when change is sent, the contact is going to automatically receive a message on how they can update their appointment. And this is going to be through our scheduling tool sent via a hyperlink. You can also use the Conversations tab to manage drip campaigns applied on an individual contact level. So for example, if I'm a part of that managed service provider and I want to host a campaign to all new clients, I can kick off that campaign relative to each client's start date. So if John here is my new client, I can simply initiate the campaign by clicking on the little water droplet icon in the chat box. I'll then select the campaign that matches what text messages I want them to receive. I can choose to either kick this campaign off now or schedule it in the future. But in the preview window, you'll actually see that John is going to receive 3 different messages over the next 90 days. The first is going to be a welcome text inclusive of support resources that's sent right away. The second is going to be a check-in on day 30 of their journey with a link to a survey regarding their satisfaction of our services. And then the final message is going to be at their 3-month check-in that's going to review their onboarding and also attach an appreciation flyer. So when I apply this campaign, I will see in the conversations window the 3 upcoming messages that are going to be sent. I can now either edit or remove them if I want to change the frequency or remove them from receiving the campaign. And I can also see the attachments. So as mentioned before, we can include photos, videos, and attachments such as PDF files. As you can see here, this is my dog Sandy, which I believe is one of the best appreciation flyers you can receive. So now that I've updated my clients that have upcoming appointments, I've set up a campaign for new clients, I now want to engage my existing client base because we've made a change to our billing portal. To be able to engage a list of clients while still sending out individualized messages, We can do so in the Blast tab. When I draft a new blast message, this is going to allow me once again to embed those merge fields. So I can ensure that each message is going to be unique to the recipient while still being official with my communication because it's going to send out to a wider audience. So in this example, I've drafted a note simply stating that our billing address for the business has been updated. I'm once again going to leverage the keyword auto reply, in this case of help, and then a footer where the client can opt to unsubscribe from text messages using the stop button. Now, before I send out this message, I'll simply just need to select a list that I've created in terms of who I want this message to be sent out to, in my case, current clients. But I also can on the fly create a list if I don't already have one created in the contacts tab. So this is simply going to pull in all of my contacts where I can search for them or just check off all or a subset of clients that I want this blast message regarding our billing portal to send out to. Now, I've just gone through and prepared a lot of various messages, some to be sent in the future, some are going to be sent immediately. I need to be able to organize all of that and stay on top of it. That's where our reminders tab comes into play. Not only can I see and edit upcoming scheduled messages, I can easily also create future messages to be sent via the create reminder button. Revisiting the situation where I need to reach out to a client regarding their upcoming appointment, I can search for the client, enter in the date and time in which I want them to receive an upcoming message. I can pull from one of those canned responses or manually type in a message and then simply hit save and my message will be scheduled to send. I could also set that up on bulk and import a list of future messages to be sent out. Now, this is a great workflow if you want to schedule, say, reminders that you need to send out all throughout the week, but you can schedule it on Monday morning so you're not spending every single day drafting the messages that you want to send out. And then you can keep track of all of them via the calendar. Now that I've gone through all of the core functionality of FluentStream Messenger, you can see that I've accomplished a long list of to-dos for the week in a matter of mere minutes. And as I showed previously, I can manage and view any reply that I get from any of these automated messages, not only in this web portal, but the mobile application as well. So if I'm on the go and somebody replies, I can easily still see that message and know how to handle. A lot of that should be streamlined through my automated auto replies as well. Now, thinking about all the features highlighted, we hope you can see the direct ways in which texting can help your business. Should you have any questions or wish to speak to a representative about getting your business enrolled in our messaging services, please reach out to our award-winning support. We appreciate your time and hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you.